distinguished international juries, the founders and members of the global UniTalks, distinguished ladies and gentlemen following this tournament on our live platforms, I salute you. But before much ado, I'd like to remind us that Diogenes once said that the foundation of any country is the education of its youth. That the foundation of that country you love so much as its citizen is based on the kind of education that you as the youth will have. That the foundation of my dear country is based on the education, mentalities, and perceptions that youths just like me will have. But now, how comes that we as the youths across the continents, we are lamenting that we have no opportunities? How comes that we as the youths across continents are hopeless, that the change that we want seems inevitable, and the best we do is to give up? Through this presentation, I'll show us how we can change and manage to drive the kind of change and dreams that we have for our countries through a short story. A story is told of a young man just like me and you. The young man had a dream that one day he could change the whole world. But before he even began the journey, he became discouraged. He never knew anyone outside his continent. He never knew anyone and never had the right networks to drive the change he wanted. Discouraged that he could not change the world, he opted to change his country. But again, the tale was one and the same. He never had the resources, the networks, and even the right content to deliver to the country. He was very discouraged. He even tried to change his province, he tried to change his district, he tried to change his village, but the tale was one and the same. He was not prepared. He did not have the right resources, the right networks for him to instigate the change he wanted. He was very discouraged and determined to change the world. And now, he opted to change his family, brothers and sisters, father and mother. But again, he could not change them. They knew him, his reputation, and they knew he was a person whom they could not learn anything from him. He had even given up on many accounts, and therefore even the family gave up on him. He was very disappointed, just like me and you we are, in the quest to see our society change. Now that he could not change the world, he opted to change his world. He opted to change himself, and he began working on himself. He began working on the kind of education he had. He began working on the kind of books he read, and gradually he unleashed his talent. He unleashed his capacity. He unleashed the kind of gifts he had. He began writing. He began singing. He became a poet and even a public speaker, whom the family, the village, the province, and even the country could now begin following the kind of art he did, the kind of magic he had discovered in himself. That when you discover yourself, then the world can discover you. And therefore the young man still had the dream of changing the world, which he had not achieved. But today, I thank God that the young man today is a UniTalks speaker on this platform. I, in this platform, being on the center of change, reminding you youth out there that the change that you want is possible. That the kind of change and dreams that you have for your country is possible. As Barack Obama said, that you are the change you have so much awaited for. If you wait for it any longer, you won't see it. If you choose to live that change, you will experience it. As Nelson Mandela said, it always seems impossible until it's done. Our love wish to continue, but forever. Time and tide awaits no man. I rest my case.